Our perceived weaknesses are often our greatest roads of growth.
Over the last 27 years, I've probably stacked 70,000 failures, but what makes me different is that I don't give up. I test, I fail, I learn, I grow. I want to welcome a good friend of mine, Evan Marks. He's a powerhouse when it comes to mental performance. He spent 25 years on Wall Street.
My brother, how are you?
You had a successful career as a trader, living in those high pressure moments. I'm sure you're making, a lot of money at the time, but what happened?
I'm a partner in a fund. Everything's great. All of a sudden, my head starts to heat up. My vision starts to go blurry. I'm sitting in the car waiting to get on a train to go into Manhattan. I get to the hospital. I think I'm having a heart attack. Through tests, they realized I had a massive panic attack. Out of nowhere, I see a neurologist. He goes, the amount of stress and damage you've done to your brain, I don't know if you can replace it. Luckily, at that time, I had a performance coach reach out to me and said, what are the odds you come work with me? Literally within a span of a week or two. Within 6 months, I sell my equity partnership. I go back to school, 99% haircut, go back to school, and in 6 months, I'm coaching Jimmy Johnson and his pick routines at Hendrick Motorsports.
Come on.
And that's how I started my career.
It was the key to that transition.
It was good, but losses, as we know, psychologically are worse than wins because you can feel them deeper, right? It's unconscious, and it's just how the brain is wired. I hated every moment of being on Wall Street, and I did it for 25 years. I looked at my wife, I said, I just want to let you know, I feel like this is spiritual suicide. I'm not meant to be doing this. I'm meant to coach and teach. So when I look back what happened to me when I was 46, I think I go, was that regret really building for 25 years? And for the last 7.5 years, I've studied like nobody's business. So when I coach people, we're not in the positive psychology camp. We're in the opportunistic reality camp. When things come down the pipe, I want to make sure my people know their internal footing.
Regret is a bill that when you die, no one can pay. It's the most expensive bill.
So my first coaching gig, like I said earlier, is with Hendrick Motorsports in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I walked in there with 4 of the coaches. I thought there was going to be like maybe 5 people. There was 60 crew members and 5 drivers. And I was never going to speak because I was just a new guy on the block. And the woman who had this group, you got to tell your story. Here I am. I just retired from Wall Street after 25 years. Everybody thinks I'm going to be a very good coach. I can't even stand in front of 60 people. And all of a sudden, I started telling the story, and it was 10 minutes later. Obviously, I kept myself together. And to me, that was it. I'm like, you know what? I have never faced fear like that. Disappointment, embarrassment, judgment. Everybody thinks I can do it. I can't even stand in front of people and do this. That was my defining moment.
So you can be a great entrepreneur, a great CEO, and still be afraid of public speaking. It was like 2 Goliaths at once.
When you think about Nike, it's just do it. People think the word do is the magical word there, but it's not. It's just go do, just try it.
The first step is always the toughest, and you have to take it before you're ready because you never are.
We're always told to play our strengths. However, our weaknesses are sometimes perceived weaknesses. We just haven't tapped them yet. So these weaknesses that I thought I had, I'm a numbers and science guy. What do I know about speaking or writing or doing these things? I didn't know anything, but I always told myself in this narrative, it's not your thing. And that's such fucking bullshit. Our perceived weaknesses are often our greatest roads of growth. And that's what I learned. So when I thought I failed, I'm like, I failed in my mindset. I failed in the narrative I told myself.
The failure, it could be the belief in yourself. And it's probably the biggest mistake people make is that self-limiting belief. And it's probably the most important thing is how you view the results of that test determines whether you win or lose, because failure is a teacher.
You're sitting in a room with these mega alpha males, but it's interesting, we're all human beings. We all need support. When we talk about House of Breaks and entrepreneurs, everybody needs a strong mental foundation. Whether you're CEO of ABCD or a running back at this or a PM at this fund, we are more similar than we're not. We all have a past. We all have anxiety about the future. We all have our personal experiences that sometimes anchor our behavior in a not so thriving way.
We're all about action. I want to give people an actionable takeaway.
So when we talk about mental space, when you can feel viscerally something going on, breathe in for 4, out for 8. Down regulate your body. Move your nervous system. The more reps you put in, you're really at a good spot to make great decisions and conscious behavior. It's almost like when the water is murky, it starts to clear up.
And it's just, you're really slowing down to speed up. This is just proof that fear is not a stop sign. It's really a signal. And regret isn't a weight, it's really fuel. It's showing that you're going to miss an opportunity. So when you feel that regret is telling you it's time to take actions.